Earlier today, Ferguson Police Chief Thomas Jackson said in a letter that he's resigning in order to provide for an orderly transition of command. His resignation comes a week after a scathing Justice Department report slammed the Ferguson Police Department over evidence of racism. It was revealed that Ferguson officers disproportionately target African Americans as sources of revenue in order to balance the city's budget. Thomas Jackson was the focus of bitter complaints of racial discrimination within the department, which turned into national protests after one of his white officers fatally shot an unarmed black teenager. The resignation will be effective March 19th, the statement said, and the job will be filled temporarily while a search is conducted for his successor. So, Jose, a big question on a lot of people's minds is, you know, this case has been carrying on for quite some time now, yes. With a lot of protests, obviously. What took him this long to resign? And do you think it crossed his mind earlier? I mean, do you think anything changed now?
I think at some point he definitely had to think about quitting. But
for his safety, probably.
For his safety, but the point is that I think it was an admittance of guilt. The moment that he decided to quit, the moment that he was trying to save himself, and then now that the report is out, and the report is, on one end, it's saying he's not responsible for the death of Michael Brown. On the other side, they're saying that there's many things that point to racial profiling. So now he can quit, appease the public, but at the same time, he can walk away free from the bigger issue of the assassination of this young teenager.
Okay, well, let's focus now just on the report, right, that found a really high level of discrimination within the city. And so when I ask you, how did he keep his job for this long? He would still have his job if the whole Michael Brown thing didn't happen.
Yes.
It's not like Ferguson is the only city where this is happening. No. It just happens that these big protests led to a big, a lot of attention.
For the eyes of the country to look into Ferguson.
Right. And so, okay, that's one thing. And now these emails are coming out from different police officers within the department, which are extremely racist, saying that Barack Obama would not be president for long because what black man holds a steady job for 4 years? Things like that, comparing him to a monkey and things like that. So it's like...
Very unfortunate.
Oh, of course, yeah. So now I'm kind of thinking, another question, maybe Eric Holder, of course, might have some influence here because we know that he does have the power to go in and do these kinds of things. But maybe he's doing it kind of behind the scenes in order to let Police Chief Thomas Jackson kind of resign on his own terms and kind of save face.
Yeah, at the same time, you can't, at a federal level, you can't go into a city level and move things around like that. We've seen the changes happening, The county clerk is out, the city manager is out, the police chief is out. So now it's a rebuilding process.
Yeah.
And it has to happen from within. The community has to come together and accept the people that is going to be in charge. If someone comes from the federal level and impose different players, it might happen that the community doesn't get behind it. And the problem is the lack of trust that the community of Ferguson has on its institutions. And I think till they don't figure out a way for these institutions to instill trust in their constituents, we're going to see these type of situations happening.
Yeah, and not only in Ferguson, and it might spread. And I hope, actually, it uncovers a lot of racism that's happening all over the country. Let us know what you guys think, of course. Do you think with the events happening in Ferguson could potentially have an impact over the whole country? Let us know what you guys think by commenting. And of course, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Lip TV.